Hello and welcome. I'm Lauren Lewis with Power for Parkinsons, and this is another young onset Power for Parkinsons circuit training class. Welcome and thank you for joining us today. Just a reminder before we get started, this class is meant for people with young onset Parkinson's disease, mild symptoms. You do need to be able to get on and off the floor comfortably, and you do need to be able to exercise for about an hour comfortably, so make sure that you are safe. I encourage you to have a chair or a wall nearby while you're exercising for safety, and please stay at your own pace. This is a non-competitive but challenging class. We're going to get started with about a 2-minute fast warm-up. A quick warm-up, I mean to say, and then we'll get right into our circuit. So if you haven't warmed up yet, come on and join me. We're going to start off with a march. All right, just swing those arms. Find the beat. Inhale nice and easy, arms up. Exhale down. Again, inhale up. And exhale down, just march it out. Swing those arms, get the heart rate up nice and gently, nice and easy. We're going to change those arms, we're going to push front. Good, now let's push it to the side. Push up and down. Keep those arms in front. Once again, push. Good, we're going to change those legs. We're going to go heel. Just trying to get that heart rate up nice and easy. Trying to use all the different large muscles to get warmed up nice and safely. You don't want to just jump into exercise. It's important to warm up, get those joints prepared, lower your risk of injury. Let's change those arms behind. All right, let's go to a knee lift. Let's take this knee lift to a double knee lift. Let's take that double knee lift to a can-can, knee, kick, knee, kick, knee. So now we're warming up those hamstrings, really getting that heart rate up. A little faster. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the march. Nice and big. Good. Let's try some modified jacks. Right, center, left, center. Right, center, left, center. Arms up and jacks. You can take this to a regular old jack if you want. I'm going to bring it down to a modified jack. Out, in, out, in. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, nice and easy. March it off. You don't want to just completely stop once you've gotten your heart rate up. So let's just bring it down nice and easy. Grab some water, walk it off, walk around the room. All right. So what we're going to do is a series of 6 exercises. All of these exercises are compound exercises, which means that they're not isolating. We're going to be using a lot of large muscle groups. Each of these exercises, once you put them all together, will give you a full body workout today. And each of these exercises are specifically chosen to address a common symptom of Parkinson's. You may not exhibit any or all of these symptoms, but they're really good to retrain the brain, reinforce the body for these motions. So our first all the exercises will be done for 1 minute. We're going to go through the whole cycle of 6. Then we're going to start again with the whole cycle of 6. The first time we're working on form, learning how to do the exercises. The second round we're going to work on focusing on and addressing the symptom of Parkinson's. So we'll be focusing on form and why it's beneficial. And then the third round, my favorite round, is we're working on cognitive. We're going to do the exercise using good form, large motions, while we're thinking about something completely different than what the exercise is doing. So when we get to that, you'll see what that's about. First exercise out of our 6 is a caterpillar with an under body toe tap. So what I mean by that is a caterpillar. Start off nice and tall right here. You're going to reach down to your toes. You can bend your knees. That's not cheating. You're working at your level. Reach down to your toes. Caterpillar. You're going to walk your hands out to a plank position. Once you're in the plank position, you're going to take one leg, tap it across the body, come back, take it and cross it across the other body, other leg, and then come walk it back in. Finish your caterpillar. Come up once again down, walk it, plank, tap, cross tap, walk it back. Modified position. Modified, if that getting on and off the floor is not going to work for you, you can use the chair or just another angle. You can use the wall, a chair, whatever. Same exercise for the most part. Instead of walking your hands, you're going to walk your feet. Hands down as if you're touching your toes. Walk your feet out. So now you're in that plank position. Cross tap, step it in and stand. All right, so we're going to put on our timer. We're going to put on our music. Working on core, shoulders, adductors. Here we go. Here we go. Reach all the way up to the sky. Reach to your toes. Walk it out. In a plank, cross, walk it back. So that's my pace. Take it at your pace. We've got a minute. Think about really working your core. Just a few more seconds. And all right, how'd we do? So far, so good? Got off to a good start. So that's our first exercise. Working on, as I said, shoulders, core, legs. Nice work. Our next exercise, we're working strictly on the large muscle groups of your legs. We're going to do a back lunge, and then and into a knee. So we're going to take that leg. I'm going to use my chair to assist me with balance. I encourage you to do the same. Chair is nearby for safety. Start off with one leg. You're going to walk that leg all the way back into a lunge position. You want to have a 90-degree angle in both knees. Look to make sure that your knees are at 90. That knee over the toe puts you at risk for an injury at some time. It can hurt. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure 90 degrees, and that's the magic number in exercise. Then you come up, bring it to a knee. See if you can't find your balance here. Down, other leg goes way back, down to a knee. Make sure that your shoulders, you're not bowing. It's a lunge, not a bow. Here and down. All right, let's put on our timer and our music. Let's give it a shot. 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Nice big wide lunge all the way down. Come up. Remember, this is not a cardio exercise. This is strength. So you want to go at a nice pace, but not a quick pace. I like to keep my arms in front of me. That helps with balance. It also reminds me not to lean forward. Keeps my shoulders in place. All right. I find it takes a few seconds to get that pace. Once you get it, stay with it. Don't worry about how low you go. Just try to get that 90 degrees in that front leg. All right. Good, great. All right, so that's our second exercise. The next exercise is shoulder. an arm exercise. You're going to need your weights for this exercise. If you have weights, if you have cans, that's a great option, or water bottles is fine too. You can also do this without anything. I'm going to give you 3 different exercises. We're going to work on shoulder. It's also cognitive. I want you to try to remember. We're going to start with a T. A T, you're going to turn, your arms come up, you're making the letter T. So your arms come up, they come out to the side. Notice I'm not fully extended. My arms are kind of round, being good to your elbows and wrists. Come down, so that's the T. The second exercise is a fly. You're going to come out, again, that rounded arm out to the side, one arm at a time. And the third exercise is a curl and a press. Curl, try not to swing, curl, and a press is an overhead lift. And then you finish your curl. So the T starts, T, then we do a fly on each side, right and left, then a curl and press. Curl, press. We're going to put on the music. I'm going to say these as we do them for this first minute. The second minute, I'm going to let you do it on your own. But this way we get a chance to get that pattern. Here we go. 60 seconds, timer on, music on. Come on, here we go. Start with the T. Up and out. Open up the chest, bring it in, and down. Right fly. Left fly. Curl and press. Good, T. Round out those arms. Try not to keep them too stiff. Right fly. Left fly. Curl and press. T. Right and left fly. Curl and press. Hopefully you've got the pattern now. You're on your own. Good. Hopefully you felt that in your shoulders. Nice work. Next exercise we're going to do is a step over squat. What I mean by that is you're actually going to be stepping over. You're going to need a Kleenex box or a shoe box or something for this exercise. You're literally stepping over the box. This is going to force you to lift those knees and get into a nice squat. So start off on one side of your box. You're going to lift all the way over. Make sure you have room in between. Nice wide squat. A squat is seated in an invisible chair. I want you to feel as if there's a chair behind you, an invisible chair behind you. You're going to sit back, invisible chair, stand up, and step that leg over the box. Step, sit, step. Step, sit, step. Many people have the tendency of step, sit. This is not a seated position. This is almost kneeling. So watch those knees. Hips back, shoulders front. Hips back, shoulders front. And I'll remind you, shoulders front and up. So we're going to put on our timer, work on a good seated squat. Step over squat. Here we go. Big step. Sit and up. Cross, sit. Good. Make sure, again, shoulders front. Good. Think about that invisible chair. See where your knees are. Look down, make sure your knees are not over their toes. You'll be able to just look down. If your knees are here, you're not sitting. Woohoo! This is a great glute exercise, back of leg. Strong muscle. You may get your heart rate up a little on this one too, because it is a large muscle. Good, all right, nice job. The next exercise we're gonna hit the floor for, we're gonna do a dead bug. Who doesn't love a dead bug, right? So this exercise, there's a lot of modifications. This is a core exercise. I want you to think about pushing your lower back into the floor. To do that, take your belly button and push in. So let's hit the floor. As I said, take your lower back, push your belly button in, and you should feel this section right here pushing into the floor. Don't let go. That's the key to this exercise. Don't let go. So your legs are here, 90 degrees. Lots of modifications. You can start up here. You're going to take your right arm, left leg, arms are up, and they both go down. But your lower back is pushing into the floor. Don't let go. And then come up, then you switch. Right leg, left arm, and then come up. Pushing into the back is the main part of this exercise. If those arms above you throw you, put your arms to your side. Opposites, go down and up, down and up, down and up. If that still throws you, the opposites, just try to get one leg at a time down. Just one leg at a time. And if you cannot get your back flat on the floor, don't go to the floor, just go to here. And you'll see that you'll still get lots, if that's where you're appropriate for you, you'll still get lots of benefit from that. So let's put on our music and our timer, play with this a little. This one takes some finding, but when you do, it's a great, really great core exercise. So here we go. All right, I got to think about this one, right? Here we go. Now, the last modification or change, if this is real easy for you and you want to challenge yourself even more, you can cross your hands, push against your knee, and take the opposites here. So you're always pushing against the knee. That will force even more core. So your choice, figure where your arms belong best. Push really hard into the floor. Don't let go of that floor. Stay at your pace. Push down. And done. All right, roll yourself back up to a seated position. I'm going to have you come back up to all fours. Take your stronger leg, your right leg or your left leg, your dominant leg, 90-degree angle. This is important, 90 degrees. If your knee is underneath, you're not going to get what I need you to do. 90 degrees here, both hands on your thigh, head up, lift yourself up from this position. Getting off the floor may not be an issue of yours right now, but it's something that all of us will eventually, unfortunately, have some difficulty with. If you learn it now, learn the proper way to get off now, you will be much better off later in life. So let's just keep practicing and become used to getting off the floor or back up in that position. Our last exercise is a cardio exercise. It's called a steam engine. I love it because for me, I can just blow it out real quickly, really easily, get my heart rate nice and high. Steam engine, hands are behind your ear, on your head, out to the side or up. It doesn't matter, whatever works best for you. You're going to quickly, like a steam engine, go for the opposite. We're going for the opposite. So this is not going to do it. It's not a crunch. It's not a standing crunch. That's a different exercise. It's a great exercise. It's just not this one. This one's fast. Put on our fast music and let's go. 1 minute, really kick it out. Here we go. I find I can really do this quickly, but if I want to add it even harder, I'm going to lift those arms above me. I know this looks so silly, but it works. Go for that elbow, wrist, whatever it is, go for it. Try to force yourself to go faster than what is comfortable. Come on, faster. Faster. Get that heart rate up. Come on, we want to get blood and oxygen into the brain. We get that heart rate up. Come on. Force yourself. Keep your head and chest tall. Almost done. All right, walk around the room. Don't just stop. Get that heart rate down. We're going to get it down together, nice and easily. Take one deep breath with me. Now exhale, slow. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale. Great. Hopefully you felt that. Heart rate's coming down nice and gently. All right, that's our first round. We're going to do another round. Same exact exercises. You've learned each one now. You know the form. You know how to, which way modify that works best for you. Now I'm going to explain why these exercises will benefit you for your Parkinson's. The first exercise is the caterpillar. We're working range of motion. Many people lose that range of motion, standing nice and tall, posture, reaching up. This is where it becomes bad posture, arms don't reach all the way. I want you to see where you are in space. Lift your body, lengthen your body right up here. Even if you're bending your knees to reach to the floor, that's not important to me right now. What's important is this range of motion here. Come on down. Range of motion in the plank position, right here. Full body length. Look at your arms. They're not bent, they're fully straight. Now we're going to take that leg and cross it. Crossing the midline uses the brain more fully, crossing that midline. We're also taking one side of your body, going toward the opposite side. Crossing the midline. Walk it back up. Those are your benefits. It also strengthens your, works on balance. When you cross like that, you're throwing your balance off. A great way of working on balance and strengthening your core at the same time. Let's put it on our music. Think about not just the form, but really think about reaching and lengthening that body. And of course, crossing the midline. Let's get going. Halfway through, we're doing great. Concentrate. Put in the effort. You got it. Stay at your level. Bend those knees as you need it. That's fine. There's no cheating. Whatever you do is great. And all right, good. Next exercise was the back lunge. This is all about gait. Many people find that their gait changes because of Parkinson's. Smaller steps, much smaller steps. This back lunge, this nice big back lunge, reminds your body to take big steps. Big steps. Forward or back, it doesn't matter. It's still, the brain is working and it's thinking about really lengthening those legs. And then I'm gonna work, I threw in balance. Why not? Balance is a huge issue for everybody, but especially with Parkinson's. So we want to throw in that, make sure that we're triggering all those sensors and your body. So big, long steps. Think about really exaggerating these steps now that you know its benefit. And think about holding that just for a second instead of just going to a knee. Try to hold it for a second. All right, let's put on our timer. I got my chair here for safety. Here we go. Nice and big. I can feel my legs working, so even though I'm thinking about taking large steps, I'm still working those muscles. Chest up. Just a reminder. No bowing. Halfway through. All right, were you able to really focus and use those legs a little more functionally, really use those legs? I hope so. Next exercise is our upper body T, fly, curl, and press. The reason why I threw this in is for the cognitive. I gave you a pattern. I'm giving you a pattern. This time I'm not going to say the pattern. I'm going to ask you to try to remember it. And also the pattern is uneven. The T, both arms are working. The curl and press, both arms are working. The fly is alternating. You've got to remember that. Work on that. Just try to remember the pattern. While we're strengthening, this is a posture exercise also. Again, working shoulders and upper back. It's all about posture. When your posture's here, your balance is off. When your posture's here, your balance is better. All right, easy as done. Let's go. You don't want to rush when you're holding weights. You don't want to rush through these. You want to make sure that every muscle, every movement is very specific. We're using every part of your arms. We're using shoulders, front, middle, and back. Biceps and triceps. And done. All right, were you able to do it without watching me? Okay, nice work, good. The next exercise is our step over squat. The reason, any type of squat is, they're always great for your glutes, the back of your, and it's really good for a lower back exercise as well. The box, the reason for the box, that's the Parkinson's benefit. I put the box in it to remind you, again, gait to lift. Exaggerated, obviously, because when you walk, you don't have to lift that high. That's what the box is there, just to remind your body to lift nice and high. Cross over and in. Put on our music. Think about really lifting. Make sure you're not going behind the box. Go over the box. Let's go. I had an extra squat. You don't have to. Remember, there's an invisible chair behind you. Don't look down. Make sure your knees are not over your toes. They're over your ankles. So the only thing that's moving back is your hips. The only thing that's moving front are your shoulders. And box out of the way. Nice work. Good. I hope you were really, really working on lifting those legs. Good. Next exercise is the dead bug. The dead bug. Besides the fact that it's a really great strength training exercise, first of all, to strengthen that lower back, which often gives us problems. So it does strengthen your lower back. It strengthens your core. It uses opposites, a more natural way of walking, using right, left, and swinging your arms. That, by doing that, by using those muscles and using that movement, it improves your balance and it improves your gait. It's a more natural way of walking. But also, by throwing your arms in opposite, it forces you to actually move a little faster, further forward. Once again, using large steps. So we're going to hit the ground and think about using opposites. One arm, the opposite arm and leg go down at the same time while we're pressing our backs. So think about really exaggerating those opposites. Here we go. It takes me a minute to get that. You too? And again, you can keep those arms on the ground if that works better for you. To your side. And then you just bring the opposite arm up and around while you're pushing your belly into the floor. Don't hit the floor if your back is coming off the floor. Just go here. Halfway through, push hard, working on those opposites. Almost done. All right, nice work. Roll over onto one side. And once again, take your stronger leg, your dominant leg, bring it in front of you at 90 degrees. Other leg is behind. You can use your toe if you can. Otherwise, your foot is down. Hands on your thigh, lift up. Great. All right. Last exercise is our steam engine. This is all about forcing and reminding the brain, triggering those fast speed motions. That has been shown by just doing something fast, slow, to remind the body to move quicker. It improves your gait, your speed of gait. It improves, your response time. So we want to make sure that we're throwing in something fast in cardio. It's not just about the heart. It's about moving the body faster than what's comfortable for you. So let's get uncomfortable. Pull your belly in, stand tall, don't let those shoulders fall down. Still working opposites too, right? Widen your legs if you find your balance is off. Challenge yourself, bring them together. All right, lift it up, come on. Almost done. And walk it off. Again, don't stop. Walk it off. All right. Deep inhale. Exhale, grab your water, walk it off. Get your heart rate down before we do our third set. Third set. Now I'm going to challenge you one more time. I'm going to ask you to do each exercise with good form, intentionally, focusing on the benefit, the Parkinson's symptom that we're addressing. And now I'm also going to give you something else to think about while you're thinking about that. The first exercises are caterpillar. I'd like you to think about famous people named Paul. I don't care if they're singers, writers. I don't care if they're your next door neighbor. You think he's famous? His name is Paul? All right, that'll go. But think of as many as you can. You don't have to do in a row. Every time you come up into your caterpillar, maybe come up with another one if you're finding this difficult. Just take that whole minute while you're concentrating on the exercise and see if you can fill up the minute with Paul's. Here we go. Cross under, remember this one? All right, we're almost done. Just a few more Pauls. Okay. How'd we do? Were you able to use the whole minute? Good. All right. Next exercise, the back lunge. This one, some of you are going to love. Many of you may not. This time, we're going to do the back lunge, 90-degree angles in both legs. You're going to come up, thinking about balance, holding it, working on those large muscles, thinking about really extending those legs while every time your leg goes back, the number 125, -3, then -3, then -3. We're counting backwards from number 125 by threes. Ready? Put on our timer. Go. Go at your pace. Just keep counting down, or if you're like me, you can count only when you put your leg back. Head up, chest up, 90 degrees. Work on that form. All right. How far did you get? Did you get to 0? I didn't even get past 90s. Okay, we all have our strengths. The next exercise is that curl, the upper body. Now, I thought that just learning the pattern would be good. Just learning the T, just learning the pattern. Each fly and then the curl and press. But if you really want to challenge yourself, every time you do a T, come up with a word that begins with T. I don't care what it is. Every time you do a fly, you come up with a F, another F, and then every time you do a curl, a C word, and a press, P word. So it's T, F, F, C, P. See if you can remember the pattern and then come up with a word for each one. A different word each time. Here we go. Form. Don't lose the form. Keep the shoulders up. Remember, we're working posture also. Belly tight. Almost done. You got this. Yay! All right. Confusing? It was meant to be. That's okay. I'm challenging your brain, trying to just trying to tease up the brain, okay? That's all it is. If it throws you, just slow it down, work on the exercise. Play with it a little. You can go at your pace. You can only do, every time you stand up or whatever, come up with one. You don't have to come up with it constantly. The next exercise is our step over squat. Grab your box. Remember, this is all about lifting the knees nice and high and sitting in that invisible chair behind you, not in front. This time, this may be a little easier for some of you. Baseball teams, today and yesterday. I don't know what the teams will be tomorrow, but come up with as many baseball teams as you can. You can just list them, or every time you squat, come up with one. Okay? Here we go. Watch those knees. This is important. Almost done. All right, nice job, good work. All right, the next exercise, we're back to the dead bug. We're gonna hit the floor, working on core and opposites. This time, I want you to think of things that you buy in a drugstore, specifically a drugstore. So obviously, drugs, or medication, I should say. But, and once again, I'm going to ask you, if you want to, go back in history, because drugstores have changed over the history. So maybe some things that you used to be able to buy in a drugstore, okay? Just things, and this one you can probably come up with a million. So let's not put it down to just every time your arm and legs go down. Let's just list them. All right, this should be fun. Let's give it a go. Here we go. Remember, we're working opposites, so push that back into the floor. things that you find at a drugstore, or find, or still do. Push your back into the floor. All right, nice. Come on back up, roll up onto one side, leg in front, both hands on your thigh. Come on up. All right, did you come up with anything that you thought was very clever? I was thinking of malted. Anybody remember those? Soda fountain, we used to have those in our drugstore. How about the carousel that used to be able to ride just outside the, it was a one pony, it wasn't quite a carousel. But anyway, that's what, in New Jersey where I was growing up, there was always that one pony there that for a quarter my mother could spend a half hour in there and I could be outside on the pony. The last exercise is our steam engine. Okay, this one we're gonna go for, steam engine reminded me of things that, that offer transportation. So let's see if we can't name a full minute of things that transport you from one place to another, that help you move, a form of transportation. And that could be you go for it. So we're going to put on our timer, move as quickly as you can. Let's try to get that heart rate up. Here we go. Pull your belly tight, shoulders up, things that transport you. My heart rate's up. Come on, faster. Almost done. Walk it off. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. Keep moving. Good, all right. Well, once you got past the wheeled things, did you get into some things that transport you that don't have wheels? Like an elevator? An escalator? Yeah, I went that route. Good for you. All right, let's get that heart rate down. Grab a chair or if you someplace to sit or someplace to hold on to. And we're gonna bring our heart rate down and do a little stretch. I'm gonna put on some nice stretching music, something nice and quiet that'll help us get through the stretches. So holding onto your chair, let's get that heart rate down if it's not down yet. Take a nice deep breath with me. Exhale. One more time. Great job. All right, we're going to start by stretching our quads. I'm going to ask you to come down to what's called a runner's lunge. Knee in front, 90-degree angle, back leg all the way back, and we're just stretching the flexor right here. Hold that stretch. All your weight is on the chair or on your knees so that you're really stretching the muscles. You're not using the muscles, you're stretching them. Now take that knee and just bend it so you can get a little lower into that leg. Good. Come on up. Take that same leg, the leg that was behind, now bring it in front. Invisible chair once again. The knee does not come forward, the hips go back. So sit back into that invisible chair, lean into this and hold it. Try to keep your hand anywhere but the kneecap. That kneecap is a floating bone. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on that. Keep it safe. And just deep inhale and exhale. Anything less than 15 seconds is really just a pull. You want to hold on to these stretches, at least 15 seconds. Gently release. Let's switch to the other side. I'm going to move my chair so you can see a little better. Runner's lunge. Back leg, all the way back. Hand on your thigh on the chair, so your weight is not on your body, it's actually on the chair. So you're not using your muscles, you're stretching them. Hold it right here. Deep inhale and exhale. Bend that knee just a little. Changing the stretch to a little more of a quad stretch, not just the flexor, getting into that quadricep, and hold. Take that back leg, bring it up, and in front. Heel down, toe up, sit back, invisible chair, all the way back here. Lean into it, deep breath. Exhale. And release, roll all the way up. Standing nice and tall, arms to your side, open up your chest. Open up your shoulders, deep breath in. Good, stay right here. We're going to use our vocal power. We're going to stretch out and exercise our vocals as we exercise and stretch our upper body. Deep breath in. Let's just say the word ooh for about 10 seconds. Ready? Ooh. Good, all right. So we stretched out our biceps, our shoulders, our chest, all those muscles that we used during the plank, during the caterpillar, and during those T's and flies. Stretch out the opposite, opening up, sorry, the opposite would be the other way around. Drop your chin all the way down to your chest. Now we're stretching out your back, all the muscles we used in those the opposite muscles, your posture muscles. Drop your chin, bring those arms all the way in front. Deep breath in, and this time we're going to say ooh together, strengthening our vocal power. Ooh. Good, and gently release, roll out those shoulders, release your neck and shoulders. Standing nice and tall, bring your arms over your head. Deep breath in, deep exhale out. All the way in, lengthen every muscle in your body. Feel your abdominals lengthening. Feel your arms and shoulders lifting. Feel your legs and hips opening up. Lift it as high as you can, just a little higher. Reach just a little bigger. Drop your shoulders. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's just finish with a big yay together. Ready? Yay! So we finished with a smile. What more can you ask for? Thank you so much for working so hard with me today. I really appreciate it. Please remember, after you've learned these exercises, feel free, and I do encourage you to challenge you to add some weights to some of these exercises. The squat, now that you know where your legs need to be and where your body needs to be, you can grab some weights and hold either in each hand or in one hand and challenge yourself a little more by doing the squats. The same for the back lunge. You can add a weight to that, making it a little more challenging. But I like to make sure that you're doing the form properly before we throw in weights in every class. So learn it first, make sure you really practice it, make sure you've mastered it, then add some weights and go one notch higher. Have a great week, stay safe. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.